Hello everyone, welcome to tonight's episode of Poetry Live, where I'm going to be reading some of the rarer poems of Edgar Allan Poe. I'm going to be doing some of the longer narrative poems. I'm going to start with Elereif tonight. Elereif. Might go and do some Tamerlane after that. So I hope you guys are in the mood for some deeper Poe. Good evening, Mary. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Kathy. Come in, everyone. Hello, Penguin and Stefano and Avery. Hello, Avery and Dee and Danny and Jess and Beda. Wow. Wow, we've got an awesome crowd tonight. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, Alabama. Hello from Yorkshire. Hi, Gaza. Come in. Hi, Nikki. Come in, everyone. Huge crowd tonight. Welcome, all of you. I hope you're going to enjoy tonight's poems. As we do go and do some of the rarer Poe poems that you're probably not going to have heard very often. So, hope you'll like these ones. Hi, Vivi. Hello, Nikki. Come in. Excellent. Glad you like this shirt. Glad you like it, Avery. I like the police as well. Hello, Blanks. Hello. Come in. And Arcadina. And Small Vision. Come in, everyone. Wow. Awesome to see you all. Welcome to those of you who haven't popped by in a while. It's really good to see you again. Hello. Hello, come in. Hello, Grace. Hello, Bedhead. Come in, guys. Come in. Hello, Mohammed. Hello, Maria. Come in. Take up a seat. Hi, Kate. Come in, guys. Welcome to Poetry Live, where I'm going to be reading the poems of Edgar Allan Poe tonight. Some of the rarer, longer narrative poems as well. So, here we go. This is going to open with the poem of Elereif. So, hope you guys enjoy this. I'm really excited to do this as somebody who quite enjoys science poems. This poem was actually written about a star that was discovered at the time. Time for Nessace, for there her world lay lolling on the golden air, near 4 bright suns, a temporary rest, an oasis in desert of the blessed. Away, mid seas of rays that roll, empyrean splendour o'erth the unchained soul. The soul that scarce the billows are so dense can struggle to its destined eminence. To distant spires from time to time she rode, and late to hours the favoured one of God. But now the ruler of an anchored realm. She throws aside the sceptre, leaves the helm, and, amid incense and high spiritual hymns, leaves in quadruple light her angel limbs. Now, happiest, loveliest in yon lovely earth, whence sprang the idea of beauty into birth, falling in wreaths through many a startled star, like woman's hair mid pearls, until afar it lit on hills Achaean, and there dwelt. She looked into infinity and knelt. Rich clouds for canopies about her curled, fit emblems of the model of her world, seen but in beauty, not impeding sight of other beauty glittering through the light, a wreath that twined each starry form around, and all the opaled air in colour bound. All hurriedly she dwelt upon a bed of flowers, of lilies, such as reared the head on the fair Capodicuto, and sprang up eagerly about to hang upon the flying footsteps of deep pride, of her who loved a mortal and so died. The cephalica, budding with young bees, upreared its purple stem around her knees, and gemmy flower of Trebizond misnamed, inmate of highest stars, where erst it shamed all other loveliness, its honey dew, the fabled nectar that the heathen knew. Deliriously sweet was dropped from heaven, and fell on gardens of the unforgiven in Trebizond, and on a sunny flower so like its own above that to this hour it still remaineth, torturing the bee with madness and unwonted reverie. In heaven and all its environs, the leaf and blossom of the fairy plant in grief, disconsolate linger grief that hangs her head, repenting follies that full long have fled, heaving her white breast to the balmy air like guilty beauty chastened and more fair. Nicanthus too, as sacred as the light, she fears to perfume, perfuming the night, and Clytia, pondering between many a sun, while pettish tears adown her petals run. And that aspiring flower that sprang on earth and died ere scarce exalted into birth, bursting its odorous heart in spirit to wing its way to heaven from garden of a king, and Valerium Rotus thither flown, from struggling with the waters of the Rhone, and thy most lovely purple perfume Zante, Isolda Dora, Fior di Levante, and the Nelumbo bud that floats for ever with Indian Cupid down the holy river, fair flowers and fairy to whose care is given to bear the goddess song in odours up to heaven. Spirit, that dwellest where in the deep sky the terrible and fair in beauty vie beyond the line of blue, the boundary of the star which turneth at the view of thy barrier, and thy bar of the barrier overgone by the comets who were cast from their pride, from their throne, to be drudges till the last, to be carriers of fire, the red fire of their heart, with speed that may not tire, and with pain that shall not part. Who lives that we know, in eternity we feel, but the shadow of whose brow what spirit shall reveal? Though the beings whom thy Naissance, thy messenger hath known, have dreamed for thy infinity a model of their own, thy will is done. O God, The star hath ridden high through many a tempest, but she rode beneath thy burning eye. And here, in thought to thee, in thought that can alone ascend thy empire, and so be a partner of thy throne, by winged fantasy my embassy is given, till secrecy shall knowledge be in the environs of heaven. She ceased, and buried then her burning cheek, abashed amid the lilies there to seek a shelter from the fervour of his eye, for the stars trembled at the deity. She stirred not, breathing not, for a voice was there, how solemnly pervading the calm air, a sound of silence on the startled ear, which dreamy poets name the music of the sphere. Ours is a world of words. Quiet we call silence, which is the merest word of all. All nature speaks, and even ideal things flap shadowy sounds from visionary wings. But not so when thus in realms on high the eternal voice of God is passing by, and the red winds are withering in the sky. What though in worlds which sightless cycles run, linked to a little system and one sun, where all my love is folly, and the crowd still think my terrors but the thundercloud, the storm, the earthquake, and the ocean wrath. Will they cross me in my angrier path? What though, in worlds which own a single sun, the sands of time grow dimmer as they run, yet thine is my resplendency, so given to bear my secrets through the upper heaven. Leave tenantless thy crystal home, and fly with all thy train athwart the moony sky, apart like fireflies in Sicilian night, and wing to other worlds another night. Divulge the secrets of thy embassy to the proud orbs that twinkle, and so be to every heart a barrier and a ban, lest the stars totter in the guilt of man. Up rose the maiden in the yellow night, the single-mooned eve. On earth we plight our faith to one love, and one moon adore. The birthplace of young beauty had no more. As sprang that yellow star from downy hours, up rose the maiden from her shrine of flowers, and bent o'er sheeny mountain and dim plain her way, but left not yet her Thessalian reign. High on a mountain of enamelled head, such as the drowsy shepherd on his bed of giant pasturage, lying at his ease, raising his heavy eyelids, starts and sees, with many a muttered hope to be forgiven, what time the moon is quadrated in heaven, of rosy head, that, towering far away into the sunlit ether, caught the ray of sunken suns at eve, at noon of night, while the moon danced with the fair stranger light. Upreared upon such height arose a pile of gorgeous columns on the unburdened air, flashing from Parian marble that twin smile, far down the wave that sparkled there, and nestled the young mountain in its lair of molten stars, their pavement, such as fall through the ebon air, besilvering the pole of their own dissolution while they die. Adorning then the dwellings of the sky, a dome by linked light from heaven let down, sat gently on these columns as a crown, a window of one circular diamond there, looked out above in the purple air, and rays from God shot down that meteor chain, and hallowed all the beauty twice again, save when between the empyrean that ring some eager spirit flapped his dusky wing. But on the pillars seraph eyes have seen the dimness of this world, that greyish green that nature loves the best, for beauty's grave lurked in each cornice, round each architrave, and every sculptured cherub thereabout, that from his marble dwelling peered out, seemed earthly in the shadow of his niche, Achaean statues in a world so rich. Friezes from Tadmor and Persepolis, from Baalbek to the stilly clear abyss of beautiful Gomorrah. Oh, the wave is now upon thee, but too late to save. Sound loves to reveal in a summer night, witness the murmur of the grey twilight that stole upon the ear in Iraco, of many a wild star-gazer long ago that stealeth ever on the ear of him who, musing, gazeth on the distant dim and sees the darkness coming as a cloud. Is not its form, its voice, most palpable and loud? But what is this? It cometh, and it brings a music with it. 'Tis the rush of wings, a pause, and then a sweeping, falling strain, and the Sais is in her halls again. From the wild energy of wanton haste her cheeks were flushing, and her lips apart, and zone that clung about her gentle waist had burst beneath the heaving of her heart. Within the centre of that hall to breathe she paused and panted, Zante, all beneath the fairy light that kissed her golden hair, and longed to rest, yet could but sparkle there. Young flowers were whispering in melody to happy flowers that night, and tree to tree fountains were gushing music as they fell in many a starlit grove or moonlit dell. Yet silence came upon material things, fair flowers, bright waterfalls, and angel wings, and sound alone that from the spirit sprang bore burthen to the charm the maiden sang. Neath bluebell or streamer, or tufted wild spray that keeps from the dreamer the moonbeam away, bright beings that ponder with half-closing eyes on the stars which you wonder hath drawn from the skies, till they glance through the shade and come down to your brow like eyes of the maiden who calls on you now. Arise from your dreaming in violet bowers to duty beseeming these star-litten hours, and shake from your tresses encumbered with dew the breath of those kisses that cumber them too. Oh, how without you, love, could angels be blessed? Those kisses of true love that lulled you to rest. Up, shake from your wing each hindering thing. The dew of the night, it would weigh down your flight. And true love caresses, oh, leave them apart. They are light on the tresses, but lead on the heart. Ligeia, Ligeia, my beautiful one, whose harshest idea will to melody run. Oh, is it thy will on the breezes to toss, or capriciously still, like the lone albatross incumbent on night, as she on the air, to keep watch with delight on the harmony there? Ligeia, wherever thy image may be, no magic shall sever thy music from thee. Thou hast bound many eyes in a dreamy sleep, but the strain still arise which thy vigilance keep, the sound of the rain which leaps down to the flower and dances again in the rhythm of the shower, the murmur that springs from the growing of grass, or the music of things, but are modelled, alas. Away then, my dearest, oh hie thee away to springs that lie clearest beneath the moon ray, to lone lake that smiles in its dream of deep rest, at the many star isles that enjewel its breast, where wildflowers, creeping, have mingled their shade, on its margin is sleeping full many a maid. Some have left the cool glade, and have slept with the bee. Arouse them, my maiden, on moorland and lea. Go, breathe on their slumber, all softly in ear, the musical number thy slumbered to hear. For what can awaken an angel so soon, whose sleep hath been taken beneath the cold moon, as the spell which no slumber of witchery may test, the rhythmical number which lulled him to rest. Spirits in wing and angels to the view, 1,000 seraphs burst the empyrean throw, young dreams still hovering on their drowsy flight, seraphs in all but knowledge, the keen light that fell refracted through thy bounds afar, O death, from eye of God upon that star. Sweet was the error, sweeter still than death, sweet was that error even with us. The breath of science dims the mirror of our joy. To them were the simoon that would destroy, for what to them avail it to know that truth is falsehood, or that bliss is woe? Sweet was their death, with them to die was rife, with the last ecstasy of satiate life. Beyond that death no immortality, but sleep that pondereth and is not to be. And there, oh, may my weary spirit dwell apart from heaven's eternity. Yet how far from hell! What guilty spirit in what shrubbery dim heard not the stirring summons of that hymn? But too, they fell, for heaven no grace imparts to those who hear not their beating hearts. A maiden angel and her seraph lover, oh, where, and ye may seek the wide skies over, was love, the blind their sober duty known. Unguided love hath fallen mid tears of perfect moan. He was a goodly spirit, he who fell, a wanderer by mossy mantled well, a gazer on the lights that shine above, a dreamer in the moonbeam by his love. What wonder, for each star is eye-like there, and looks so sweetly down on beauty's hair, and they and every mossy spring were holy to his love-haunted heart, and melancholy the night had found to him a night of woe. Upon a mountain crag, young Angelo beetling it bends athwart the solemn sky, and scowls on starry worlds that down beneath it lie. Here sate he with his love, his dark eye bent with eagle gaze upon the firmament. Now turned it upon her, but ever then it trembled to the orb of earth again. Ianthe, dearest, see how dim that ray, how lovely 'tis to look so far away. She seemed not thus upon that autumn eve. I left her gorgeous halls, nor mourned to leave that eve That eve, I should remember well, the sun ray dropped in Lemnos with a spell. Oh, the arabesque carving of a gilded hall, wherein I sate on the draperied wall, and on my eyelids, oh, the heavy light, how drowsily it weighed then into night. On flowers before and mist and love they ran with Persian Sadi in his Gulistan. But oh, that light! I slumbered, death the while stole o'er my senses in that lovely isle, and softly, that no single silken hair awoke that slept, or knew that he was there. The last spot or earth's orb I trod upon was a proud temple called the Parthenon. More beauty clung about her columned wall than even thy glowing bosom beats withal. And when old time my wing did disenthrall, thence sprang I, as the eagle from his tower, and years I left behind me in an hour. What time upon her airy bounds I hung, one half the garden of her globe was flung, unrolling as a chart unto my view, tenantless cities of the desert too. Ianthe, beautiful, crowded on me then, and half I wished to be again of men. My Angelo, and why of them to be a brighter dwelling place is here for thee, and greener fields than in yon world above, and woman's loveliness and passionate love. But list, Ianthe, when the air so soft failed as my pennoned spirit leapt aloft, perhaps my brain grew dizzy. But the world I left so late was into chaos hurled, sprang from her station on the winds apart, and rolled aflame the fiery heaven athwart. Methought my sweet one, then I ceased to soar, and fell, not swiftly as I arose before, but with a downward tremulous motion, through light brazen rays this golden star, unto not long the measure of my falling hours. For nearest of all stars was thine to ours, dread star, that came amid a night of mirth, a red daedalon on the timid earth. We came, and to thy earth, but not to us, be given Our Lady's bidding to discuss. We came, my love, round, above, below, gay firefly of the night. We come and go, nor ask a reason save the angel nods she grants to us as granted by her God. But, Angelo, than thine great time unfurled never his fairy wing o'er fairer world. Dim was its little disk, and angel eyes alone could see the phantom in the skies, when first Alereif knew her course to be headlong thitherward o'er the starry sea. But when its glory swelled upon the sky as glowing beauties bust beneath man's eye, we paused before the heritage of men, and thy star trembled as doth beauty then. Thus in discourse the lovers whiled away the night that waned and waned, and brought no day. They fell for heaven, to them no hope imparts who hear not for the beating of their hearts. And there ends El Eref by Edgar Allan Poe. How did you enjoy that, ladies and gents? I hope you did. Thank you, Avery. Thank you, Frank. Thank you, Kathy and Rob. And Frank, there was no spider on my shoulder. I caught that comment. There's no spider. Thank you, Dee. Thank you. And even if there was a spider, spiders are one of my favourite animals. I'm not scared of spiders. If I find a spider, I'll pick him up and walk him outside. So thank you, Kathy, thank you. I do enjoy reading the longer narrative poems. In fact, on Friday, when I go and read some of my poetry, I'm going to give you some of my narrative poetry as well. So please do, Carly, catch it and catch tonight's episode of Le Morte d'Arthur as well, because it was an epic one. There was waving of swords, long waving of swords. Well, welcome back, Dave. Sorry I had a phone call in the middle. I hope that you caught the good bits. But do watch the replay, Dave, if you want to catch it in its entirety. That was a lot of fun. Yes, Frank, more volume in the hair, more volume in the voice. I know that's half the reason that you guys turn up for the hair, so I won't disappoint. But yes, thank you so much, guys, for being patient enough to sit and listen to me read that. Fab, Dave. Excellent. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to that. Thank you so much for coming along, and thank you for everyone who was sharing that broadcast. I did poke my head up at one point and so we had 45 people watching, which is awesome. Thank you, Danny, thank you. So thank you for spreading the news, everyone. That's awful, Dave. We need to work on just making various folk understand that they need to let you guys come and listen to the show. But I hope that means, Dave, that everything is going well in the land of your voice recordings, and that you've got work rolling in. Because I checked out, by the way, if you want to hear a really exciting voice, go check out Dave's website, because Dave goes and does all kinds of voice recording stuff on there, and some of the voices that Dave does are epic. They are. I could never do the kind of epic voices that Dave does. But if you want to hear some real hearty man voices, go check out Dave, because that's what there is. Well, hopefully you got a bit of class and culture here. Tomorrow we had D has got us doing Alfred Noyes, and we're going to be doing The Highwayman. So for all of those narrative poem lovers out there, more narrative poetry to come tomorrow as we do Alfred Noyes. Well, that sounds like an awesome way to end a day at work, Avery. Wine, this show, excellent. I had some wine on the go at the end of last night. I'm out of wine now. I might have to go and get some more for the end of the week. We are, Danny, on Friday I am going to do some of my own narrative poetry. Dee, I know you do, and thank you so much. And I hope you guys know how much I appreciate you guys as well. You bring the best out of me, especially for doing these longer narrative poems. Knowing that you guys are here, enjoying it and listening means the world to me. So thank you so much for coming. Thank you. Hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow as we go and do some noise. And please, for those of you who didn't catch the episode of Le Morte d'Arthur before this, please do go back and watch it on replay, because as I'm sure Dee and Danny and Kathy and folks will tell you, it was epic. There was evil voices and much waving and smiting and stabbing and buffeting on helms, as all manner of things. Probably one of the most epic fights we've done so far on that show. So please do go and check out some epic sword fights, and come back tomorrow as we go and do some more, do some Alfred Noyes, and then on Friday, obviously, we'll have a show of me, and we'll see me share some some narrative poetry with you, which I hope you guys will enjoy. Anyway, after all of that, my voice is clamming up. Thank you so much for coming. You are all the most awesome audience ever. And thank you, Dave. Thank you for saying that I bring the class. It's a lovely, lovely compliment, especially from a professional like you. But I'm going to have a quick drink of water nothing alcoholic, and then pop off to bed. So thank you, Dee. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Kate and Frank and Carly and RJ and Arkadina and Kathy and Penguin and Dee and Danny. You guys make this show. So I love that. Come for the reading, stay for the smiting. I need to get that posted on Instagram as a quote. I think that is awesome. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful night, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are. Hello, NYC. I am over in Yorkshire in England, but we've just finished for the night. Chill Lover Radio. But please, if you like some epic poetry by Edgar Allan Poe, go back and catch this on replay. And in the meantime, I'm going to go and head off to sleep. So enjoy your New York evening. Thank you, radio. Thank you so much. You did? Hang on. Who? Hello, Kate. Hello, how are you? How did you get on here? Was this just pure chance? Awesome. Hello, everyone. This is Kate, who used to work at Foresight in Grimsby when I used to work in Grimsby. And I don't think she's following me on... Well, awesome, Kate. I'm glad you came. You've just caught the end of the show. I'm just about to go off to bed. But please go back. Go back. Epic poetry. I go and read Edgar Allan Poe. And I've gone and done some Tales of King Arthur. Do go and watch, Kate. Hello. We'll have to catch up. Later. I'm a bit bushwhacked now. I'm going to go and crawl into a bed, but let's catch up. Hello. I love Twitter. I love Periscope. I love all this stuff. But anyway, I'm going to run offline before more people come expecting poetry from me when I'm going there. I can't show you the cover of what I'm reading because it's a very, very naughty front cover, but I'm reading In Praise of Older Women by Stephen Vincenzi, which led to a 2-hour bath as I just sat there stuck. Fantastic read, by the way. For anybody who wants to read that brilliant novel in Penguin Modern Classics. Walt Whitman, we can do some Walt Whitman. If we want some Walt Whitman, we can. Zeynep, we can go and add Walt Whitman for Monday next week. Monday next week, Zeynep, Walt Whitman. Tomorrow, some Alfred Noyes. Friday, some me. And we'll work the rest out from there. I'm thinking of doing some Baudelaire next week as well. Anyway, to sleep with me and Walt Whitman over on Monday. Please do, Chill Lover. Please do. Looking forward to checking you guys out. Anyway, bye-bye.